Welcome everyone to a brand new live stream. Hope you're all doing fine. Today, Bitcoin is pumping, the altcoins are pumping. It is a good day. Dominance is taking a little hit, which it was always going to do. The exact same thing last cycle. In November, it stumbled. In December, it rallied back up, got everyone scared. And then the following month, it started to come back down again. And the exact same thing is playing out now. If you are new here, hit the likes. Let's get to 200 likes today. Let's see who's in the chat. Medicine, good to see you. Tony, good to see you. Matt, good to see you. Omar, wa alaikum salam, bro. I hope everyone's doing fine. Miffy, good to see everyone in the chat. Appreciate been following you for a while. Appreciate your hard work, massive patience. Thank you very much. Yeah, look, in crypto, you kind of have to have the patience. For example, some of our coins potentially did not pump for a while. What Fizz, good to see you as well, bro. Is that Fizz? Yeah. Fizz, good to see you, bro. Anyways, as I was saying, in crypto, there's going to be times where you're going to look across the board. There is a bunch of coins pumping and your coins are not pumping. It requires patience. Look how long it took for Sensei to pump. It took months and months. It took a while for Alt to pump. All of these coins are going to have their time. It's just a matter of being patient and waiting. At the moment, all these AI agents on Solana, all these AI agents on Virtual are pumping aggressively. Well, there was a few days ago. They've taken a step back now. But that's what happens. When the main chain performs well, that becomes the current narrative. And if you look at majority of these AI agents, majority of them are terrible. They don't have a product. They're just riding off the back of the wave. The wave is AI agents. So anything that has AI agents in the title, that has it in the name, that has it in the website is likely to pump. Now, how many of these are actually legit? A very small portion. Only a few of them are actually AI agents that can be utilized, that will be needed in the real world. The majority of them are just here to catch the wave. They're gonna, as soon as the narrative changes to gaming or RWA or something, most of them are just gonna die out. The team's gonna rug it. Very few are going to survive and stay around. So you have to be very careful not to get attached or married to any of these new AI agents that's pumping at the moment, because like I said, a majority of them are scams. They just here, just like when we had the Deepin one. Look how many Deepin coins spawned out of nowhere. Just like when we had the AI pump earlier in 2024. Look how many AI coins have spawned up until now. That's what happens every time. When the BRC20 narrative popped off last year after the ETFs, look how many BRC20 narrative coins came out during that time. Go look at the prices of them now. A majority of them have been rug pulled or they're just completely dead. So you have to be very careful. What I'm doing with these AI agents, all I'm doing is trading them. That's all I'm doing. I'm trading them and I'm adding to my long-term holds. That's exactly what you guys should do. Just trade them and get rid of them. There's very few that are decent. That's actually that will be utilized, that are actually being utilized and that have real products out. If you see, if you go on the website and there's no product, just a concept, treat them as trades. If it has a working product, then it has the potential to survive and stick around. If it doesn't, then I don't personally like investing into concepts. Happy, good to see you. Safe, good to see you, brother. Now let's go over some of the updates on some of our coins. Tectum recently got they basically got the CEO of Tectum, at least, got featured on the CNBC or the news show for Dubai. So you guys can see. So this is a lot of people get impatient when the price does not move. So they end up calling the project a scam or whatever. But majority of the times, the project isn't actually a scam. It just is not doing well. Maybe due to the lack of marketing, maybe due to the lack of, there's very few projects that's actually scams. Well, there's quite a lot of scams, but there's a difference between something not pumping and being a scam. Tectum is not a scam because they have a real product. They're winning awards. There's governments backing them, compared to something that's actually a scam by pumping. So, it will have its time, but it requires some patience. But yeah, you can see that these guys have been featured on the news in Dubai, which I think is quite massive. Munity, which one of the main reasons why it's pumping now, they're getting a new exchange listing. And more times, 9 times out of 10, it is going to be BitGet. If it's anything other than BitGet, I would be surprised, but I think it's BitGet because they partner with BitGet. So if they partner with an exchange, it's very likely that you are going to get that exchange listing at some point. So BitGet must have invested into Munity, and that's why they're going to get the listing. Starnift, they've just made an AI agent, not just, but like a week ago or something. But this AI agent can pretty much, integrate DeFi mechanisms into Web3, and it can also build smart contracts for you, which I think is quite good. If you can have a dev, well, you kind of don't need a dev if these agents, with just a few clicks can make smart contracts for you, launch coins for you. I think that's massive. That's why I like this project. It kind of caters to the next big narrative. I think the next big narrative in crypto is going to be AI gaming, not AI and gaming. It's going to be AI gaming. So projects that are integrating AI within games, I think that's where the money is going to flow into next. And you can kind of see it. There's a lot more coins launching in that AI gaming narrative now, where they have AI agents within games. I think that's where the money is going to go next. So that's why I like Starnift. So this is just a little update for them. AI Tech has basically ordered a bunch of GPU stuff. A bunch of them cost them approximately 2.4 million euros, which is a lot. So they are building the data center because they've shown proof of ordering materials. Now they've just ordered a bunch of GPU and CPU equipments. So this is quite good. AI agents narrative going ballistic. Do you think it'll cool off? Yeah, of course it's already kind of cooled off now. Most of the agents now are cooling off. Sensei's pumping today. Sensei had a very big pump today, and I told you guys to accumulate literally like 2 days ago. I think it was, or 3 days ago. Now it's back up to 6, just over. This is the thing though, right? When something's down 50-60%, all it requires is a little pump and it'll go back up. Now a majority of people are back in profits on Sensei, especially if you bought in 2-3 days ago when I told you to accumulate this. You've been up like 30-40% right now. Xander, good to see you, brother. It is pay time. We see some tokens on our list started moving. Can we consider this as a beginning of big or some? Yeah, look, the coins are moving. Nai has had a very big pump today. Up, it says, whoa, it's up 21% right now. And this is something that I told you guys to accumulate down here. Came down here, got pumped, and then people sold off, and now it's having a very nice pump to the upside. So Nai is fundamentally a very sound project. There's big KOLs shilling it, which is good for us. When these big KOLs are shilling it, they pump our bags. You can't complain. And ultimately, I went into the Discord, not the Discord, the Telegram of Nai. The team is looking to basically get more exchange listings because that's what the community wants. When you have these projects that cater to the community, when the community says they want more exchange listings, they start looking for more exchange listings. And that's what Nai is doing. They're starting to look for more exchange listings because, just having Gate and Mexi is not the best. And the same thing with Sensei. Sensei is also looking for more exchange listings. They've applied for a lot of exchange listings. It's just a matter of, when they're going to get some. Okay, good to see you, brother. Appreciate that as well. Will we exit the market in Q1? What if we don't get gains according to what we thought? Well, look, it all depends on the macros, my friend. Like, the thing is, like, you have to think, right? Some of these coins will outperform more than your expectations. Some of them will take a little bit longer. But the thing is, as long as you meet your overall goal, if 2 of your coins outperform your expectations and 1 of them does not, then at the end of the day, it kind of cancels each other out anyways. So a few of your coins will always outperform, and a few of them might be staggering, or they might take a little bit longer to pump. For example, the RWA coins at the moment, the narrative is AI. Most AI coins are pumping now. RWA is taking a step back. Some of them are pumping, but we haven't really had a specific narrative take off at the moment. apart from AI agents. But we haven't had the entire AI sector pump just yet. Are they going to pump? Possibly, yes. I think they will, because AI is ever growing. AI is only going to develop. The same thing with RWA. So that's you just have to be patient to wait, my friend. But in terms of exit liquidity and when we're gonna get out, is all depends on the macros. As more data comes out, we've got data coming up in literally 6 days. We've got unemployment, we've got initial claims. Non-farm payroll. We had some data that just a few days ago. So initial claims. Let me just scroll up. Where is it? Might be down here actually. Yeah. So initial jobless claims came in lower than expected. What this means is less people are applying for jobless benefits. It means more people are unemployed now, and which is kind of good for the economy. It's not good for inflation, but it shows the economy is still strong. And then to back that up, we had manufacturing data come in higher than expected, which means these companies are doing far better than everyone thinks. Because expectation was 48.5, but it came in at 49.3, which shows the economy is doing better than people think. Which, like I said, is not the best for inflation. However, it is overall bullish. The Fed is very unlikely now that the Fed is going to, cut interest rates further, at least for the next couple of months. And the reason is because if unemployment is doing well, their main goal is to bring inflation down to 2%. That's their goal. They haven't changed it just yet. And what this means is, at least for the dollar, it means that the dollar is not going to rally past this month, I don't think. Because if there's no more rate cuts, people are going to get out the dollar and they're going to go look elsewhere for more yield. If the dollar's not going to give you the same amount of yield, if you bought the dollar down here, you would have got a decent amount of return up here. Your dollar would have had more value. But if that's going to stop because the Fed is not going to cut more rates, then people are going to take their dollar and put it into somewhere else that has more yield. One of those could be Bitcoin. People want more money. They're not just going to sit around holding the dollar forever if the dollar is not going to give them no yield. Especially the 10-year. The 10-year is going down as well slightly. The 2-year is going down a lot, I think. Well, let me just double check. The 3-month, is going down a lot. But yeah, people want more yield. And if the dollar is going to stagger and not go higher from this point on, then people are going to go look for more riskier assets. The money is going to flow into the S&P. It's going to flow into crypto. And that's why when the dollar tops out, riskier assets do very well. And I've been saying that the dollar is going to top out by January, in my opinion. And that's mainly because the Fed is indicating less rate cuts this year. And that is why, and I think is good anyways. Look, more rate cuts are bullish, but if more rate cuts means the dollar is going to keep going higher, it's not really the best for Bitcoin, is it? So that's something to look out for. And then we also have the FTX payments coming in this month. Yeah, I think they says 16 billion. I think that's supposed to be repaid, but that's going to be given in stages. The first stage is, I think, it's between 5 to 7 billion. That's going to be given back to the people that got fucked by the FTX collapse, and most of that money will come back into crypto, and this is why it's bullish right now. Now the Coinbase one indicator says that smart money is accumulating at the moment. Right now it's in red, meaning that a lot of people are not interested in crypto at the moment, which is good for us. Even though there's retail coming in, but there's not enough. Smart money is still accumulating, which means that it's very likely that Bitcoin may have a little drop, maybe as low as 55k, 54k. Not 50, sorry, 95k, 94k, and then continue higher. And the only reason we haven't gone higher is because everyone is waiting for Trump to come into office, and people want to know what his policies are going to be, because his policies are going to affect the entire market. Is he going to put tariffs on certain countries? Is he going to keep rates lower. This is the type of stuff that's going to affect the entire market. And there's a lot of money. There's billions. I think there's 40 something billion in Binance right now in stable coins waiting to be deployed, when Trump comes into office. And people are waiting to see if he's going to implement this Bitcoin reserve, policy that he's been talking about. And the thing is right, once one country starts doing this, it becomes like an arms race. Every other country wants to have a piece of it as well. They don't want to have one place monopolize the entire crypto space, which is what Trump wants. So what these other countries are going to do, they're going to get their share as well, which is why there's a possibility that Bitcoin can go a lot higher than what people are predicting. That's that possibility. And that all depends on the macros and what Trump does. So we have to be patient. I mean, there's a chance that Trump comes in. I mean, I can imagine the last thing on his mind is crypto when he comes into office. It's going to take at least a couple of weeks for him to start talking about certain stuff, because he has to come into office. He's going to have to deal with a bunch of different things. So, that's what the smart money is waiting for at the moment. They're waiting to see what he does. Because if he makes it part of the reserve, there's big institutions, these countries are also going to get a piece of Bitcoin as well. And that's when, ideally, it's not the best if Bitcoin's only going up and Ethereum's going down. But what that does is it brings more retail into crypto. If a country, is accumulating Bitcoin, then the people within that country, the retail, they start hearing about crypto, they start looking into it, and they come in and they start buying the altcoins, because that's what retail does. They're not going to go buy Bitcoin for minimum gains. They're going to come to the altcoins for more money. So, all in all, it could work out very well in 2025. And that's why I am very bullish. Chirpley still short-term hold after listings. No, I'm still bullish on Chirpley. I think Chirpley will do well. Chirpley's dip got eaten up very quick and is pumping now as well. Only for 10 to 15 will provide holding on Sensei as 80 and 20 is a safe bet. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. For 10 to 15x, that's definitely a good bet. Can you look at medical swarms? Can you look at medical swarms and audit? Two I hesitated around 2 million now going to after all you missed, they're going to crazy numbers. I can have a look at them, yeah. Let's see. Most of these are going to be on deck screen, and that's the problem. Audit is pretty decent. It has real utility. The audit is getting shielded by the other bot, the A116 bot. But yeah, this has utility. This has utility, meaning that it can do fairly well. So, I mean, 22 million, how much more gains can you honestly get with this ball? There's not, look how much liquidity there is, 1 million liquidity. If one big wallet sells, this is getting fucked pretty much. And that's why you have to be careful with these Solana coins. Most of them don't have the liquidity. That's why they pump so much. Because if someone just buys 2K now, it's very likely the price will go up. The market cap will shoot from 29, it'll go up to like 22.2 million just from a 2K buy. Most of these are very illiquid. Very liquid. It doesn't need a lot of money to push the project. It's good for you if you're holding it, but when you're selling, you can mess up the price if you hold a large bag. So you have to keep that in mind. Look, this guy just sold, it's just sold $700 and the price shut down. So $700 is not a lot, is it? It's just because the liquidity is low. Medical swarm, let's have a look. But they like I said, treat them as like as trades, nothing more. Yeah, look, if you miss them, just move on. If you miss them, move on. There's no point chasing stuff. I mean, look, if you've seen it at 2 million down here, now it's sitting at almost 30 million. Well, it is sitting at 30 million, then it's better just to go look for the next thing. I don't really like, you're not going to catch every single coin in the market. It's impossible. Every single day there's a coin doing stupid numbers. You're not going to catch them. If you catch them, you're very lucky. Most of the people that catch them are insiders. So if you miss them, just move on and find the next one. That's the kind of mindset you should have in crypto. Don't go chasing the ones that's already pumped. It's pointless. Martin, good to see you, buddy. Joey, good to see you as well. What should I be accumulating now? AI, RWA, or gaming? My favorites are AI and RWA, and very good RWA project that is sitting at very decent levels, I would say, is prop base. Prop base, very fundamentally sound RWA project. It's not the most flashy, but the only thing that people don't like about this is that it's on Aptos chain. But then to back that off, they've migrated to base, which I think is quite good. And if you look at the price, it's sitting at fairly low levels. So you're not buying it up here, you're buying it down here, which ideally is where you should be buying anyways, at the bottom, not at the top. So this is a good time to be accumulating. RWA, I think, is very good. Bricken, if you guys bought the dips on Bricken has been pumping a little bit today. Not a lot, but a decent amount, I would say. From like 30 cents, it wicked down to like 30 cents, and now it's sitting at 40 cents. So it's a little pump, I guess. But focus on accumulating stuff that hasn't pumped. For example, alt is a good region to buy. Hasn't really pumped aggressively. It's sitting at 16 cents. The last month is more or less at the lows. So it had a very big pump and then corrected and is holding this region strong, meaning that is a lot of accumulation is happening here before the next move up. If you want to bet on a narrative that is completely dead, that narrative is gaming. Like gaming on the year, this year has been, I think gaming has been literally one of the worst performers this year. And that goes for the entire gaming sector. So when people complain, oh, why isn't OTK pumping? Well, OTK pumps and dumps. The reason is because there's no interest in gaming. Go look at Dune and go look at how much returns gaming has given you on the year. It's 14%. It's literally one of the lowest. I think DeFi outperformed gaming this year. That's how bad gaming is this year. Because all the retail has gone into meme coins. And when there's no retail in gaming, they go to meme coins. And when meme coins take a step back and people get bored of trading memes all day because they lose money, they'll come back into gaming and gaming will pump again. And GTA 6 is rumored to drop this year. That could trigger it. Elon Musk maybe releasing a new game could trigger it. It all depends on if the market is primed, which at the moment is getting primed. When the market gets primed, 20-30% gains are normal on a daily basis. So we kind of need to wait for that phase. At the moment, the only really things that are pumping are the high caps. And this is something that a lot of people tend to do, and I think is the most stupidest thing that you could do, is when they see these high caps like Cardano pumping, like XRP, Doge, and all these other shit coins pumping, people think, oh, why isn't my altcoin pumping? Why isn't my low cap pumping? So what they do is they sell their low caps and go and buy the top of these high caps that can only give you a 3 to 4x. It's not life-changing money. It's not going to change your life. A 3 to 4x, it's not going to change your life. So what people do is they sell their low caps because it's not pumping. They go and buy the high caps and they end up buying closer to the top because a 20% pump in a high cap is quite a lot. So when they go and buy it, they might get another 30-40%, and and then they end up holding too long. But in that time that you're holding these high caps, your low caps can randomly do a 5 to 10x randomly because of manipulation. Look at what happened to Sensei. Sensei was sitting at like 0.04546. Today it went to like 0.07. It's almost a 2x in the space of a day. That's how much difference. And then if you go and buy a Sensei now, that's the difference between a 50x and a 100x. And that's why, going from coin to coin is stupid. You just have to be patient and wait. And a lot of people don't have that patience. That's what's happening right now, I think. When they see, mostly the only things that are really pumping is like Sui, Virtuals, XRP, Solana, Cardano was pumping. And the high caps pump, people move to the high caps, and then they just the crypto works in the money flows from from Bitcoin to Ethereum to the high caps, and then lastly it comes to our low caps. But the difference between the money flow is the bottom is where you make life changing money. And these 4 year cycles and these big altcoin seasons happens every 4 years. So when that time does come, you can't waste it. You can't be playing this game of let me sell now and buy back lower, because that's just retarded. You are gonna lose out majority of the time when you do that. I every time I hear people say that, I just think, bro, like, have you not learned anything for the past 3 4 years? Like, how many times it happened to me? I bought a coin, I sold it because I thought it was going lower, and it never went lower, and I completely missed the boat. And then it went on to do 100x, 120x to be exact. And I missed that because I did that stupid thing of let me sell now and buy back lower for like a 40-50% pump. It's stupid. The people that haven't seen a proper alt season, they don't understand how quickly stuff can move. So then they think, let me sell now. They hear some guy on Twitter saying, "Oh, Bitcoin's going to go down to 50K." In reality, it's not going to go down that low. And they think it's going to happen, and then as soon as the market goes down, people start throwing out ridiculous numbers. People are saying we're going down to 40, 70K, 85K, 60K, whatever the case is. When the market gets bearish and when the market gets bullish again, people completely forget about what they said, and then they move on to something else. They say 120K next. It's just how it is. Market sentiments, switches very quick, but you have to trade with no emotions. You just have to be patient and just wait. That's something I've noticed a lot of people do, like especially when in my free Telegram group, I go in there sometimes and I just read the comments, and I just think like, how many people are just say the same thing over and over again. Let me sell now, buy back lower. It's just stupid. That's not. You guys are investors at the end of the day, so you have to be, careful of how you adapt habits, because these habits are what's going to make you a good investor and a bad investor. If you're using too much emotions, you are going to be a very bad investor, because you're going to get emotional. You're going to sell the top, and when it comes back down, you think it's going to go down even lower, and then it doesn't, and then when it pumps again, you buy back in, and then you end up just getting fucked because it goes up, and then it has that sharp decline that you're waiting for. Just, once you come into crypto, you have to get your emotions out. Happy New Year, buddy. Right now, there's not really anything pumping apart from this Sue team. The only, like, if you go look at the Sue community in terms of the ecosystem, sorry, it's just Sue pumping, because Sue's ecosystem is terrible. There's not much on there. You look at SuePad, even though Sue's at all-time highs, SuePad's not moving. People are, the money hasn't flown here yet. It hasn't done anything. It's been stuck in the same range for 3 months, more or less. It's had a lower pump, but is it anything sufficient? It was good down here before Sui blew up, but now it has just staggered. The ecosystem for Sue is very, very terrible. Like, there's one gaming coin on there. Let me just look if it's pumped or not. I think it's called, was it Black something? Block Lords or something? Lords maybe? I think it's this. Oh, is this one here? Block Lords, not Black Lords. What the fuck? Oh, it's not this. There's a gaming project on Sue's called something along these lines. Let me see. But the entire, the ecosystem for Sui is not really strong. There's not a lot of good projects on the ecosystem. So I don't think we're gonna have a phase where maybe the meme coins on Sui will do well. So if you want to get anything on Sui, get like the best meme coin on there. Get like the good meme coins. Don't buy the utility, because the utility, apart from the pad, everything else is awful. I've already looked into all the utility coins on Sui, and the majority of them are just terrible. They're not even good. Bro, the only things that are pumping are virtual ecosystem, and there's some coins on Solana. That's it. And Sensei is pumping today. There's a difference between Solana and virtual AI agents compared to like Sensei AI agent and some of the other ones. The utility ones have taken a step back. The meme coin slash AI coins type of ones, like the one with the anime characters and shit, those are the ones that are pumping. So when you look at AI agents in terms of the utility ones, majority of them are not pumping. The only thing that's literally pumping is Virtual's ecosystem, as I said, and some Solana ones. That's it. In terms of the entire sector, majority of them are going down. So to be honest, look, as long as whatever whatever you'll get, whatever stocks and shares or whatever you're putting into, as long as it outweighs your currency losing value, if your stocks makes you more money, gives you more gains than the amount of your currency losing value every single year, then that is fine, my friend. Otherwise, I don't recommend it because your currency devalues every single year because of the constant printing. When there's more of something, it becomes less valuable. When there's less of something, it has more value. So when they keep printing money, your currency becomes less valuable, meaning that you lose your buying power. So if you want to put your currency into a stock or whatever it is, you have to make sure it outweighs the currency devaluation. So if your currency goes down 15% a year, you have to make sure your stock and share outperforms that 15% a year. If it's 20% a year, then you're doing well, my friend. That's how you should treat it. I don't really invest into stocks. I think it's too boring. Why would you invest into stocks when the average for Bitcoin on a year is 40%? Yes, it can go down as sharp, but you should only put in money into stocks and all these assets if you don't need it in the real world. If you're one of those people that's putting rent money into crypto, then you shouldn't be in crypto because you're not going to have the patience to wait if something doesn't pump instantly. And that's how people lose money in crypto, because they go chase the pumps. When they start seeing some of their coins not perform, they sell their coin and go put into something that's pumping, like these AI agent coins, and the majority of them are scams. So they're putting in one, they don't take profits after like 10, half an hour, 2 hours. Like these AI coins on Solana they'll pump from 2 million to 15 million in one night and then come down to 2 million the next day. That's how quick they move. So if you're not active on it 24 hours staring at your screen, it's not a place you shouldn't do it. BF, good to see you as well. Declan, good to see you, buddy. Do good to see you. I think Alt has another 20 to 30x in it. Alt hasn't really pumped too much, and I think Alt has the potential to get to at least 1 billion. At least 500 million. Let's say a 10x minimum, but I think it has the potential to reach the billions. And the reason I say this is because if you look at Alt in terms of let's talk about the top 5 AI coins. Let's get into the video, right? One of them is Alt, and if you look at the ecosystem of Alt in terms of the nodes and the amount of adoption they're getting with their nodes, it grows every single day. So a few weeks ago, when I looked at this, it was at 60K. Now it's at 65K across more countries. Last time I checked, it was 117 countries. Now it's 123 countries. So the nodes are being bought. It is getting mass adopted. And that's what you want. The data hub is getting mass adopted. They've added some very good token utility to the data hub. So, as you stake the tokens, if you stake a certain amount of tokens, they have tier lists. So the more tokens you stake, the higher you are on the tier list, the more Alt and real money you can earn. Basically that's good token utility. So stuff like that, makes Alt looks really good. So, they are going to get more exchange listings, as I said, on the AMA. They got all the dexes now. They got PancakeSwap, Uniswap, which I think is good. They're going to add more liquidity to those, meaning that more bigger players can start coming into buying through the DEX, which I think is good. And they also have the potential to get on Binance Alpha. which if this gets on Binance Alpha, you're going to see a very quick pump, very sharp pump in this, because more people will start becoming aware of the project. So, there's a lot of developments on this. There's good developments. They are continuously burning. They are buying back the tokens and burning again. So I think in terms of Sensei, I think Sensei will get anywhere between 250 million to about 500 million. It has the potential to do. I wouldn't hold for 500 million, but it has the potential to do that much. Like I said, a majority of these AI agent coins are going to die out. There's going to be a handful that's going to stick around, and Sensei is going to be sticking around. They're not just going to rock the project. They have a working product that anyone can use, and they're developing it constantly. They're having more. The team member, I think it started with like 10, 12 people. Now they've got over 40 team members, which is good, which means they can start doing more things. Yeah, Nai has a lot. I think Nai would do a cool 20x from here, probably 20 to 30x, I think. Nai is very undervalued, in my opinion, especially the fact that there's no unlocks for the year now. In terms of the early investors, there's no unlocks. In terms of the ecosystem and some of the other stuff, it's been unlocked till it's been locked till February. So it's going to start coming into circulation after February, which is plenty of time for the coin to keep going. But in terms of early investors, it's locked for another year. I have looked into Revox. It does look very good, yes. But I wouldn't buy it now, though. It's just come out. You have to wait for it to dump and then buy. Chirply, yes. Chirply is like another. I will hold Chirply for the next 2 to 3 months, definitely. They have a lot of good stuff coming. More exchange listings for Chirply as well. Keep that in mind. Steve, good to see you, buddy. I think decentralized science can become a narrative. And the reason I say is because I'm pretty sure NVIDIA is starting to look into decentralized science. So it can become a narrative. Binance is talking about decentralized science as well. So it has the potential to be a narrative. Yes. Is it going to be a big narrative? I don't think so. Treat it as like a 2 weeks pump and then it's going to fade away. That's how I treat it. But it's worth getting one coin in decentralized science narrative. Definitely. Because it can just pump out of nowhere. It can pump out of nowhere. But like I said, it's degen. Which ones are good? It's anyone's guess. Find ones that have good developers behind it, that has good backers behind it, and stick to that one. I wouldn't go and expand too much in the decentralized science narrative. I would stick to like 1 or 2 coins max. That's it. $1.5 million Sensei, a decent amount. That's a good amount, yeah. James GPT, I'm holding mine, yeah. It was a trade, but it didn't really do that well, did it? It was a quick trade. I put like 200 in it, and it's fucking down like 50-60%. And that's why I say most of these AI agent coins are gonna die. Like I put a trade, not alert, but I bought that fucking Gem GPT because it's very similar to A1Z1, this fucking bot here. As in like it automates. Where's that bot gone? This bot here, AIXBT. So it automates, it's basically like a TA AI agent. So if you go and tag it in his Telegram or Discord or on X, I ask it, can you do TA on Sensei on Alt? It will give you TA on that. And it also replies just like AIXBT does to like random comments. So yeah. Now this guy, I made a 10x on this guy shilling some random AI coin. But like I said, it pumped from 2 million to 22 million and now is sitting at 2 million again. Let me show you what project I'm talking about. This is how quick this Solana coins pump. So, this guy, the bot shilled this project, Duna, what the fuck he was called. It's Duna, right? He shilled it down here at 2 million. He shot all the way up to 27 million. So I made like a 10x on this. I sold all of it. And then you come back down to 2 million. And now is rallying slightly back up from, whatever, 2 million or let's say from here, the support is done just over 2x. That's how quick these moves. This was all in a space of a day. So from the 2nd of Jan, rallied all the way to 27 million. And then on the 3rd of Jan, look how quick it came down. Came down in one fucking day. It basically came down 10x. That's how quick these AI agents move. And it will just rally back up again, maybe fade down or go back up. Who knows? But that's why you have to be careful with these. They'll literally pump to the moon and then come back down here, and then they get forgotten about. So like I said, the only ones that are legit, the ones that are going to keep building, those ones are going to make a comeback. Majority of them will die out. So you have to be very careful. And the thing with Gem GPT, like the one this one right here, right? Like I said, I bought a small amount. I bought it around 7 million. I'm down pretty much 50% on it. But what this basically does is it does TA for you, an agent that does TA. So it has a decent amount of followers, to be fair. But it just does like random automated, like, look, ticker experience downtrend, the price is breaking. So if you guys don't understand TA and you want to learn basic TA, just go into their Telegram or message it on what's it called, on Twitter, and it will give you TA, what places to buy, where's the key support, where's the resistance at. That's what it's good for. And another one that was called in the private group was Quants, because this one done very well. It went from this basically done at 20x, approximately 22x, because it came down over here, and a few people did buy into this in my group. I bought it, and I was down a lot. I bought it at 3 million, and then it came down to like 1.2 million, 1 million. I think the lows were like 1 million. Some people bought in, and it rallied all the way up to 23 million. I personally just sold this for 2x because I went in heavy. I went in heavy at 3 million, then I lost 50% of it. I didn't sell, obviously. I'm not selling at 50% loss. And then it rallied. If I kept it, I would have made stupid amounts of money. Stupid amounts. I would have made like over 100 grand if I kept this. But I didn't. That's the mistake you make, right? That's where conviction comes in. I didn't have the conviction. So then this does TA the exact same thing as Finger. This done well. So then, when AXBT was pumping, this was pumping. So then I thought this being the exact same thing as this would have pumped, but it didn't. So that's, you have to be careful. You have to be careful with these coins. But it is what it is. I'm not going to sell because it has a potential to rally back up in a month or two. Can you please have a look at a ultra low cap coin Docs team? They will already prepare all the regulations EU market. Yeah, we can have a look. Since let's have a look, buddy. Where can I find this coin? MAIV. Multi-asset investment. First of all, this doesn't look the best. The volume is fucking awful. 22k. Terrible volume. Terrible exchanges. Let's have a look at what this is. Invest, own, prosper, unlocking real estate potential through blockchain innovation. Very vague. So they have the Burj Khalifa, the Burj Al Farik, 8 million, 6.6 million already raised. What does this mean? Smart. Okay, so it's just an RWA coin. This is the team, I'm assuming. Okay, the team is doxed. So I invest 2,000. How much would I earn in 12 months? Expected return is 750. So you just get 25% based on historical data. I mean, it has the potential to pump. So, but look, would I buy this as a long-term hold, as a buy alert? No chance. As a trade, it's not too bad, my friend. And you have to look at the vesting schedule as well. It's not even on here. You have to look at the vesting schedule, my friend, because 1 million 12 diluted is not the best. The exchanges are not the best. So Yeah, I would treat it as a trade, nothing more, bro. It just looks like a trade, nothing more, bro. That's it. How liquid? How depends. Most utility legit projects have the liquidity locked for. Like Chirply has the liquidity locked for like 44 years, so it's never going to be access to. Some projects don't have it locked. If they don't have it locked, it would be an issue, yes, because they can pull the liquidity anytime they want. Realistically, liquidity has to be locked. Is important. Good to be back after a nice break away from work and crypto. I hope everyone's big here. Stan, good to see you, my friend. Yes, you have to have a break once in a while, but it's very healthy. Look, Natix does not have a partnership directly with Tesla, but they have like some sort of Tesla community partnership. I'm not too sure, but it's not a direct community. It's not a direct partnership from Tesla with Tesla. Sorry, it's like some sort of like third party relationship with Tesla. I'm not too sure exactly what it is, but I looked into it. Natix is a very good project. I think it will do well. And the deeper narrative, Natix is pretty good. Has good partners. The only thing I don't like is the vesting, just because 45% of the supply is held by early investors, which is why the price doesn't really go anywhere. And the reason is because there's a lot of aggressive selling from the early investors. If it comes back down to like these regions, it might be worth a bag, like below 0.01. If it loses another zero, I think it'll be worth a bag. But overall, it's not a bad project though. It'll do very well. Trust, good to see you, bro. I actually gave a trade alert on Scout and I made over a 10x on it. But in terms of a hold, no, I wouldn't hold it though. It's too degen. But I did put a trade alert on Scout at like 1 million. It went to like 10, 12 million or something. So doing very well. Yeah, Psy isn't too bad, but as an investment, I don't think Psy is worth the investment. And the reason I say that is because if you look at Psy, in terms of utility, in terms of what it aims to do, you don't need to hold a token to use it, and that's a massive problem. So if there's no token utility, like Psy is not one of those projects that needs to be held. You can use all their features without having to hold the token. I look at it as like a dex screener. I mean, a dex check. Sorry, dex check fundamentally is a very sound project. However, there's no reason for you to hold the token because you can use the platform without holding the token. Sai, you can use the platform without holding the token. Look how Dex checks performed. It didn't do very well. It done like a 5-6x. Well, majority of other coins done way better. So the thing I say is, if you don't need to hold the token and you can use it, there's no point in holding the token. Just use the platform. And Virtual pumped too much. I wouldn't get into it now. You've missed the boat, my friend. But Virtual is very good. Mugen, good to see you, bro. Gabriel, good to see you as well. Black, good to see you, my friend. Robert, stop fucking shitting your shit coins, man. Why is the concept behind BTC pairs? I understand that the best time for BTC pairs are during alt season because alts have BTC pairs are for the bear market, my friend. Is not for the alt season. It's for the bear market. The whole point of BTC pairs is the dominance. So if 60% of the entire crypto space is held, is Bitcoin, then realistically, what that means is, if Bitcoin is outperforming your altcoins, then as Bitcoin goes higher and outperforms some of these altcoins, for one Bitcoin from what you could have bought last year, like if the dominance is going higher, it means your Bitcoin becomes more valuable against the altcoins. So, like I said, if you had one Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin was at 15K, Ethereum was at, I don't know, like 1K, let's say. Bitcoin has outperformed Ethereum. So now for one Bitcoin, you can buy way more Ethereum than you could have last year. That's how it works, my friend. So if you bought Ethereum in 2022 and you bought Bitcoin instead, you can now buy more Ethereum. I mean, for the one Bitcoin. That's how it works. Well, it's good to see you, my friend. House of Crypto dropped a video on Sensei today. Yeah, I'm aware, and that's probably why Sensei is pumping, because House of Crypto has a massive channel. My considerate price, look, I look at AI tech and AGI as like a safe 10 to 20, or 10 to 15x, I would say. The reason I say it is because they have the potential to get tier ones. When you look at a majority of other coins, they don't have the tier one capabilities, whereas AI tech and AGI does. That's why I hold them, because it's going to be easy to get out of them. If I go heavy on them and all I need is a 10x, then realistically, when I sell it, I'm not going to have issues getting rid of it. Whereas if I go heavy in a low cap and it does like a 20x, 30x, 50x, and I go heavy, like I said, it's going to be hard for me to exit that coin without completely raping the charts. But Bitcoin, Ethereum showing a little bit more life against Bitcoin, which is good. Probably why dominance is going down. This is what we want to see. Not a fan of AI agent. I mean, AI funds is terrible. Just there's like hundreds of AI launch pads now, hundreds of them. So it's become too saturated now, hasn't it? What's your thoughts on the UK registered Nodely AI? What does that even mean? But I'm not talking about exit liquidity strategy on here, bro. That's your own personal choice. Like what you wanna, what your goal is just whatever when you get close to your goal, just start DCAing out, bro. Walaikum salam, BNB King. Good to see you, bro. Happy New Year to you as well. How are you engaging crypto trading? Bro, the bear market is where the real money is made. That's what the real money is made, in the bear market. You're not going to get the bear market. People think that the bear markets are just boring and you make no money. But in reality, all the 100x's are made in the bear market because you're getting everything pennies on the dollar. So I will be very active. All these gains that I made was because I bought a majority of them during the bear market. I bought Rio in the bear market in 2022, FTX crash. I bought Injective then. I bought Viot then. I bought DMTR and all these other shit coins, GLQ, AGIX, all these AI coins then. That's how I made the majority of the money. Claw AI I bought in early 2023. SMT I bought during the FTX crash. So, that's when the real money is made in the bear market because, like I said, you're getting everything pennies on the dollar. The coin's doing well and the coin's good, it would do well overall, my friend. Both of those will do well, my friend. Any 100x plays, listen, boy, you need to stop asking that question every live stream, bro. You're not gonna get 100x now. Yeah, my group is closed, bro. My group is closed. Yeah, exactly, bro. The most frustrating thing is to find the real gems. 109% one a good one. That's exactly right, brother. Most of these coins are terrible. Like my top 5 AI coin are Sensei, Ort, Snift will do well, Nuclei will do very well. And if you want another high cap one, AI Tech, AGI are very good as well. AGI has basically they're going to be implementing AI agents that can tokenize. And like I said, Swarm at the moment we're having single AI agents. The next narrative for AI agents are going to be swarm AI agents, meaning agents that can do multiple different factors, multiple different things. No one cares about one agent that can do one task. It's getting boring now. The most important thing, in my opinion, is AI agents, one agent that can do multiple different tasks. And that's what AGI is building. They have Lucy, which is like an AI search engine plus trading terminal, meaning that you can tell Lucy to buy you $100 worth of a project and it will carry out that task for you instantly with the lowest fees possible for that coin. Now they're looking at, the agents that can assets, and then, they're also going to tokenize it as well, meaning that you guys can buy and own it, shares of it or whatever. It's up to you. You can sell it to people if you want. I think that's where the next narrative is going to go into. Using blockchain to tokenize AI entities, turning them to the tradable assets and creating economies around them. These tokenized AI entities can be bought, sold, or interacted with on the blockchain, opening new opportunities for decentralized ownership. I think that's massive. And AI, if they implement this, which this is the CEO, so they will implement it, I think it can do it very well. This is where the money is going to flow into next. AI agents, swarm agents that can do multiple different tasks. And that's what AGI is building. So they're going to build an AI agent platform, which can basically, you own your agents, you can trade them. They become like AI agent NFTs that you can just buy and sell and do whatever you want with it, tokenize it, whatever. That's why I'm bullish on these guys. That's what you guys should need to focus on is AI swarms. So when you look for coins and you want to buy very good AI agents, don't buy the AI agents now. That's all. Like Sensei can be used as swarms because it has multiple different features. These replicas can be used for multiple different things. So when you have a replica of a chef, that replica is going to do chef stuff. When you have a replica of a teacher, it's going to do teacher stuff. So it has multiple different use cases. That's what swarm means. It means one agent that could do multiple different tasks. That's why I like Sensei. Fed's balance sheet, US banks very low at 220 low. Fed will be forced to start QE soon, buying. I don't think they will start QE, my friend. It doesn't matter how low it is. The Fed injected half a billion just the other day. That's why the market's pumping now. They secretly, without announcing it to anyone, they added 500 million to the balance sheet. And the reason they've done that is because there's no liquidity at the moment. There's not enough liquidity. So they're worried about the liquidity. That's why the VIX was rallying back up. Where's my dominance? Where's the VIX? The VIX was rallying back up. And then look at that. It was rallied up here and crashed back down. When this rallies, when the VIX rallies up, it means it's time to buy. When it comes down, it means people are buying. I mean, you should be selling. When it goes up, you buy. When it comes down, you sell. But yeah, so look for agent swarms. That's where the money is going to flow into next. Tech term almost breaking out. Still no news though. What do you mean? They've just released their testnet. There is some news, but it looks like he wants to break out. Yeah, but probably just not enough pressure, buying pressure. But there is news though. They've released their what's it called? They've just opened up the testnet. So the testnet is now live. The fuck? But the testnet is now live, yeah. Process transaction, manage user keys. The testnet has gone live, so you can see maybe potentially people build on Tectum, which is going to be good to see. And then ultimately, once their mainnet is live, once they have an ecosystem, it will do very well. The market will still go higher regardless because the dollar is going to take a dump. When the dollar takes a dump and they're not getting no money on the yield from the dollar, they're going to go look for other places. And crypto, Bitcoin is a good place for that. Or they might go to the stock market. They might go to other places. But the dollar going down is very bullish, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. But the dollar and the long end of the yield curve is very correlated. When you see the dollar go up, when you see the 10 years, basically the long end of the yield curve rally up, the dollar also has rallied up. You guys can see came from 3% all the way to 4.5%. It was almost 5% at one point, which is ridiculous. Exact same thing happens. The long end rallies, the dollar rallies. So now that the Fed has indicated less rate cuts this year, the long end and the dollar is going to top out very soon, because they were riding off the concept of more rate cuts. So when there's more rate cuts, the yield go up, the bond market. You have to keep that in mind, guys. So that's why you have to be bullish. You don't have a choice. The only concern is inflation, because when you see manufacturing data coming lower, when you're seeing jobless claims coming lower and a strong unemployment force, all that it means is that inflation could creep back up. Now, it could be a case where the Fed, they manipulate the data, make inflation go slightly higher, and then bring inflation down, and then that way they can continue another year of pumping. Because if unemployment slightly goes higher, it's okay, it's not an issue. Unless it jumps up to 6% or something, then I would be concerned, because then that's like recession territories. But if it goes up slowly in a controlled manner while inflation comes down, it's not an issue. It's not recession. Recessions are when it literally goes from like here and just shoots up like that. That's recession territory, and we're not in a stage. And there's a lot of recession talks been going on for the past 2 years now. It hasn't happened yet. We can't decide what a recession is. The people that decide are the people that manipulate the market. If they want a recession, they can announce it tomorrow there's a recession. That's how it works. But people will be calling for recession non-stop. Like at the heights, July, August times were the worst times for a recession. Like everything was getting really bad. Unemployment was getting bad. It was shooting up aggressively. Went from 4% to 4.3% very quick. And that's how it gets to recession territories, when it starts aggressively moving up. And we haven't had that yet. It's been moving up in a very controlled manner. And that's bullish. It's not bearish. But it will happen. The business cycle takes years to play out, but it will happen at some point. In the end, there's always a recession, because the Fed actually maneuvering a soft landing is hard. We can get a soft landing this year, a hard landing next year. That's how it works. But I wouldn't bet on a recession anytime soon. He's not here at the moment. When it comes, it's going to be the best buying opportunity. Like, this is what people don't realize, right? If you can make good money now, and in the end of the business cycle, we get like a decent recession, you have a lot of capital to take advantage of the recession times, because during that time, you're going to get Bitcoin pennies on the dollar. You're going to get Ethereum. You're going to get Solana. You're going to get everything pennies on the dollar, because nothing is bigger than the program. Everything goes down together. So when you're getting this stuff pennies on the dollar, and you've got hundreds and hundreds of grand sitting there ready to deploy, you can become a millionaire in like a year's time. Like in 1 year, you can become a millionaire, because 9 times out of 10, when you do get the recession, and because there's been no QE, during that recession, when the Fed wants to come out of that recession, they will start injecting stupid amounts of money in the markets. And that is when we go into economic expansion. And that is when you see these altcoins. That's when you see real alt seasons. So if you make decent amount of money now, and you wait for the recession to come, and when it does come, you buy, your favorite altcoins that are still around. And this is the thing though, right? Majority of these altcoins are going to be dead. And the reason I say that is because they are going to die. They're here for quick money grab. The ones that are earning money, the ones that are legit business, those are the ones that's going to be around next cycle as well. The likes of Alt, the likes of Ionet. Ionet has good revenue. They earn good money. Alt earns good money. So they can pay their employees regardless, because people can still utilize their assets, their products. Ionet, same thing. The projects that are relying on selling their tokens to stay afloat, they'll just rug pull and start a new token, whatever the narrative is at that time. So this is why you have to be careful what you buy, because imagine you end up not selling, and you're holding something that the rugs goes down 90% or whatever. If that project is legit, that will come back and you can still make money on it. that project's a rug and the team's abandoned, then you're fucked. That's the difference. Because look, some people get caught out, some people don't. If you just DCA out, you'll never get caught out. But if you wait until the last moment to cash out, you're gonna get fucked. C-Sense, my brother, good to see you. G-Man, good to see you. Omar, good to see you as well. No, I wouldn't. Swan chain. I'm gonna wrap it up, boys. I'm gonna be alive for like another 10 minutes, then I'm gonna wrap it up. No rock pools, bro. But yeah, the top 5 AI coins today, I would say one of them is Snift. Snift is very, very good. Don't fade this one because the reason it's not pumping at the moment, well, it's kind of pumping. But look, this came out in October pretty much. It's a few months old. When something's a few months old, it means most people don't know what this is yet. It takes a bit of time, has to marinate a little bit, and then it will start moving. So give it a month or two, maybe max. And I think this is going to make a very aggressive move up, because when it does make a move, I think it's going to be very aggressive because of this is, it has all the remedies for a good pump. Sits in the night narratives. I said the next big narrative is going to be AI and gaming. I'm saying it right now. The next big narrative is going to be AI gaming. That is where I'm looking at now. I'm looking for AI gaming. I'm looking for AI coins that can be implemented within games. And that's why I like Sensei. Sensei has a gaming side as well. They can create NPCs for games, which I think is good. That's where people should be focused on next. It's AI gaming. AI swarms and AI gaming. Look for projects that can be used for multiple different things. But yeah, Snift is AI gaming. They got good agents that can do multiple different tasks. They also have a launchpad. You can launch your own agents. You can launch your own memes, wherever you want. Has that aspect. It just meets all the criteria. They got very good listings for such a low cap project. They have all the tier 3 listings, which is good, and the DEX. The volume's good as well, to be fair. So the next one is Nuke Lie. Now I wouldn't buy this now. It's pumped stupid amounts. Almost, what the fuck is pumping too much? I hope you guys bought this. I told you guys to buy this a few days ago on the last live stream. Hope you guys bought it because you would have been up good money right now. This is a very good project. I think it's the best AI project on Avalanche. There's not a lot on Avalanche, but this is by far the best one. This has, a massive ecosystem. A lot of companies are utilizing them. They're not just one of those projects that are just, have a concept or whatever. They solve a real problem within AI, and they're being utilized by multiple companies, including Peak, including Ionet, including Alt, including some other ones. I can't remember all of them, but even Aether as well. This is a very good project that I don't recommend people buy now. I hope you bought a few days ago. I really hope you done, because it was down a lot. It was down like 60% from the all-time highs. Yeah, just over 55% from the all-time highs, pretty much. And it would have been a very good time to accumulate this. And now it's rallying back up. What else is there? What sense I do? You could I wouldn't I don't really recommend anyone buy green candles anyway. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite project, or I would be accumulating still. It hasn't really done nothing crazy. Still sitting at 16 cents. I think it's a good region to DCA in. If you look at it for the past month, it's sitting in a very good region. It's looking like it wants to break out as well soon. So this is a good one. That's about it, to be honest. I mean, in terms of AI, I would be looking for RWA as well. Prop base is a good one for RWA. Prop base sitting at average levels, 31 million. This could easily reach 500 million, 600 million easily, because there's not a lot of unlocks for this as well. Unlocks are bare minimum. Vesting is solid. And then Bricken's pretty good as well. Could you maybe explain Snift? I don't quite understand. Yeah, so Snift in the simplest form is like an AI agent slash gaming coin. And in terms of the agents could do multiple different things. One of them can implement DeFi. In these agents can basically track wallets. Just do the DeFi stuff for you, just with a click. So if you want to track how much money this wallet is holding, type it in, it'll find out for you. It can also develop smart contracts for you. So if you want to launch a token, type in the name of the token, type in smart contracts. The agent will make a token for you. So it's like an AI agent dev in a sense, which I think is quite unique. You can obviously do other stuff as well. So you can it's just have like you can launch your own. There's like so much different things on here. You can launch a bunch of different things: data analysis, customer service, DeFi, AI, business. There's like multiple different things. So these agents have specific personalities, you could say. So if you want something for customer service, this agent will make customer service stuff for you. Like you basically you can use this as a customer service. So they have agents for everything, but their main agent is like the ones that get the most votes are the best ones to use pretty much. So whichever has the most votes are the most legit ones. So this one is your girlfriend or whatever the fuck this is. CZ's on here, but they all have different personalities, different let's say use cases. So it has that. And then if you go look on the gaming side, well, they have a launch pad. So the more you stake, you get access to certain projects. You see, like they're launching projects on there, so you have access to partake in all these launches that they're doing, which is good. It means more people pretty much stake their tokens for the launch pad. They've also got some sort of metaverse slash gaming that you guys can go and play yourselves. I'm pretty sure it's play to earn as well. So they have different games, different basic games, but they have like a metaverse type of thing as well. You can also earn as well. That's basically what it is, like a gaming slash AI coin, AI agent coin, and like a launchpad as well. That's all it is, my friend. And it's backed by none other than Bus Labs and OKX Ventures. OKX Ventures, Binance Labs, Coinbase. So they've got some very, very big backers. And they got some sort of little AI agents thing as well that you can talk to. Yeah. So you can create your own AI pal, build personalized AI journeys using data. It's like very simple stuff pretty much. But the agents are really good though. I like the agents. The tops I would say are Bitcoin dominance is probably the best indicator for top. Bitcoin dominance, social risk, and risk metrics. That's why I would be using those three. When you see it hit a certain risk metric, you have to start DCing up. Exactly, my friend. That's exactly right. Let me just quickly go over. About order 1 million but sold way too early. That's what happens to everyone you buy because they sold degen. You don't have the conviction. You don't even know what they're going to do. Like you buy them and then you get rid of them quick because you make good money on them quickly. That's how I just treat them, bro. You just don't know which one's going to blow up. Sniff Community Chirp has solid coins. No need shilling some more exchange listings. What are you talking about exchange listings, bro? Only the retail. Like I'm not gonna. No offense to you, Prestis, right? No offense to you, but this is just like a normal, retail type of mentality. Or more exchange listings. The fucking me more exchange listings got BitGet, Mexi, Bitmart, Gate, KuCoin. That's plenty of exchange listings. One more exchange listings do you want? Obviously they're gonna get more, but it's like you're asking for too much, bro. What would you want? Fucking Binance and Coinbase as well? You know what I'm saying? Like Snift has plenty of exchange listings. The only one I would say that don't have exchange listings is Chirply. That's it. The rest of them, Unity has tier 3 exchange listings plus Uniswap. It's a fucking $1 million coin. What do you expect it to have Binance or something? This is look, exchange listings matter, but they don't matter too much, bro. It doesn't matter too much. The community just announced a new exchange listing and hasn't done 100x today, has it? No, it has not done 100x. Exchange listings are okay, but does it really matter that much? No, it doesn't. So only like retail wants more exchange listings. Doesn't fucking matter that much, bro. Corpo and OTK, I would hold both, bro. I would hold both. Like OTK has the Solana ties, and there's a lot of rumors of a Solana ETF. If Solana gets the ETF, the ecosystem is gonna go parabolic again. And OTK is gonna be on the Solana phone. So I think, in terms of more hype, I would say OTK. OTK is more known than Corpo, but Corpo is newer and has more potential. But Corpo's market cap's a lot higher than OTK's as well. But I like Corpo. I actually hold some Corpo myself. I put a trade on it and it done very well. I got in around like 8-9 cents. I think it was 8 cents or some shit. And then pumped to like almost 30 cents. I moonbagged it. And if it goes down, I might add a bit more. But yeah. Corpo is like double the market cap. But the only good thing about Corpo now is there's no unlocks for 3 months. But after the 3 months, the unlocks are going to be harsh again. But I hope you learn from Celsius, bro. Like, don't trust these crypto banks, bro. Both are solid, exactly, Fizzball. Both are solid. But Corpo has ran and it has ran too much. I would not be buying Corpo now, bro. Sitting at 20 million. One of the main reasons Corpo is pumping is due to House of Crypto. But we gotta thank House of Crypto, bro. Like every time he makes a video on Sensei, he just pumps aggressively. So that's good. Everyone send the market order forward today. SY, walaikum salam, bro. Good to see you. Yeah, exactly. Bullish thing coming for AI tech. Binance listing migration to base, easy as 10x. Is a safe 10x, is a cool 10x. And everyone had doubts on the data center, but you guys can see clearly that they are building a real data center with like proof of payments and everything, bro. Which is I think is very good, bro. Yeah, you guys look, if you guys want your tokens shield, for example, if you want Alt Shield, if you want Snift Shield, if you want Sensei Shield, go to this AIXBT bot. Where the fuck is it gone, bro? This AIXBT bot and just spam it. What do you think of Sensei? Or don't you think Alt is the next big thing? Or Sensei stupid shit like that. Just be like, what do you think? Keep tagging it. It's free marketing. Like, I'll show you something that you guys need to realize how much power this fucking bot has. So, hold on. Let me click on his name. This is how much power this fucking bot has, bro. It talked about Duna on the 2nd of Jan. First RWA AI, whatever, RWA AI play sitting at 1.6 million when agents start handling on chain transactions. He called it at 1.6 million. And like I just showed you guys earlier, it went up to like 27 million. And luckily, because I got these fuckers notifications on, I managed to buy this at 2 million very quickly. And I made over 10x on this shit. But this guy has a lot of power. Look how much interaction he gets, 227K. If he just talks about Alt, for example, and says, yeah, Alt's a very good project, blah, 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 Alt will pump 40, 50% in the space of an hour, bro. So what you guys should do to show your own bags is go on Twitter and start fucking tagging, spamming this guy to give his opinion on our coins. Because when he talks about it, it's going to do well, especially if he has something good to say about it. If he doesn't, then it's fucked. Southland, it's good to see you, bro. Bro, why are you guys spamming this droid coin, bro? What is this shit? Droid. It's on Solana, bro. Fuck that. So, bro, what the fuck is this? Is rock pool, bro? I don't know if you're trolling or not. That shit is rock pool. I have not yet, my friend. Not yet. Well, look, there's a few projects that's already on base. For example, Prop Base is on base. Sensei is on base. SKR is on base. I would say for my gaming side, this is my base play. It's on base. It's on base. It's on multiple chains base. Obviously, it's got his own layer one. But in terms of a good gaming project, I think this is sitting at $3-4 million in market cap. I don't know why the market cap is showing this high on here. This is not the real market cap. The real market, I don't know. How do you access the portal? Can someone show me the portal, please? Maybe it's on here. Let's see. Someone show me the portal so I can fucking find the portal. But the market cap is a lot lower. I need to just bookmark the portal. But this is a good base play. So I would say this is a good gaming base play. I got one in RWA, and you could say, but in terms of a fully base play, I have not found one yet. I'm still looking for one. Bro, Xborg is dog shit, bro. It's only pumped because of Alex Becker. That's it. If something gets manipulated, pumped without a natural pump, then I don't really think it's even worth, bro. Ross, good to see you, brother. Like Xborg only pumped mainly because of Alex Becker. That's it. There's no other reason for it to pump. It was just dead before that. When he talks about something, obviously he's going to pump. He has millions of followers. What is the smartest way to narrative notation, just a narrative in general? Yeah, so you narrative hop by, if you see everything AI pumping, you move your money out of AI, move into something that hasn't pumped yet, for example, either gaming or RWA. So when you take profits, don't leave in USDT, move it into something else, move into a narrative that has not done anything. For example, gaming, for example, RWA. That's how your narrative hop. I don't look. Trading takes a lot of time, bro. Like you have to stay up time. Like for example, that Gem GPT one, XPT, whatever it was called. I got in at 7 million, and it pumped to like 11 million, but it happened very quickly. And I'm not sitting here staring at my screen, bro. I'm not doing that. So unless you got time to be staring at your screen for like quick trades, then it's completely fine. I don't have the time to do that, so I buy them and then just hold them for like a couple of weeks. Some of them do well, some of them don't. Some of them don't do well. That's how it is. That's a part of the game. You're not going to win every single. As a trader, you're not going to win every time. As a spot long-term hold, you're going to win most of the time. That's the difference. If you're a good trader, you can make a lot of money, but you have to be on your screen all the time. If you are, let's say, a spot trader, but you're a long-term hold, you can carry on with your life, find good projects that's going to do well, and you can make more money than that trader overall, because that trader is going to lose money sometimes, majority of the times, that he's going to win sometimes. But most traders are barely up like 1-2% on their overall portfolio. So if you have like a 100K portfolio, let's say, as a trader, you're up 2-3% is fuck all realistically, isn't it? Whereas if you just spot and hold for a while and do some research in some of your coins, you're going to walk away with way more money. Your success rate is going to be way higher than trying to buy something for like 10-15% pump. It's stupid. Real one, Ross, bro. Real one. Bro said ICP, bro. What the fuck am I here? Started investing in crypto with limited knowledge in 2021. At the top, last gaming industry investment, never let now. Last invested in high conviction coin, mainly us. Yeah, you're doing well then, Ivo. If you're getting into my high conviction coins, you're doing fairly well. With exception with a few. With a few exceptions like Tecton and maybe OTK. Everything else is doing completely fine. If you got into Immunity, you would have made a 6x at the top. because it wicked off to almost 0.03. And I told you guys to buy like 0.04, 0.00545. It's a good amount of gains. Su Young coin. Maybe. Su is non-EVM chain. For developers to build on it, they would need to learn a completely new programming language like called Move. It's hardly any good guidance. I'm surprised why it's pumping. The TVL is really good. That's why I like C better. C is a lot better because you can build on C. C has a real ecosystem, massive ecosystem. I think C is going to be the next big one, in my opinion. It's just so slept on, but the TVL is consistently growing, which is what I like. No, I think Rido is dead, bro. I think ever since that fucking Ton CEO has been locked up, like Rido has not gone anywhere. It's just been, just look what he's done for the past year. He had a very big rally over here at $1 thingy. Well, he pumped very nicely. What the fuck? Basically done 100x more or less, and then just died down. If the Ton CEO gets out and Ton starts doing well again, yes, they can do well. The problem with these memes are they're like mascots. If the team does well, the mascot becomes irrelevant. If the team does well, the mascot becomes somewhat relevant. So if Ton does well, which he was at that point, then this was doing well. As soon as the Ton CEO got locked up, look what happened, bro. See this massive rally down here. I mean, dump. Set AI is not too bad. Most difficult part of is to push the sell button. Yeah, that's exactly right, Ivor. I agree with you, buddy. The most hardest part is the sell button. But that's why I say, like, once you have a goal in mind and you hit your goal, there's no reason for you to do anything else. Just hit your goal and just get the fuck out, bro. Even if it does more, who cares? Most people don't leave. 95% of people in crypto don't make money. They don't leave with nothing. You have to be part of the 5%. They have to be willing to sell that push the sell button. Even if, like, there's plenty of people, right? They sell a coin and the coin goes on to do an extra like 5 to 10x. It's like, oh, I could have made more. But it's like, yeah, but once you develop that habit, then you're always going to want to have more. When it does that 5 to 10x again, on top of what you already made, you're going to think, let me just squeeze in a little bit more. And then the market fucking surprises you and you're fucked. But if you're selling, and you've made money, then you can't go broke making money, taking profits. So can't go broke taking profits. So when you get into the habit of, oh, I should have kept it, could have done more. Look, I can give you plenty of times where I should have held something. I got Creo 100k, sold after a 10x, sold at $1 million, and he went on to do he went to 50 something million. That's 500x. I could have made on Creo, but could have, should have, would have. I didn't do it. I could have left the moon bag, and my moon bag could have done that. So why moon bags are important. I could have left the moon bag in quants, and I could have got a 27x, 25x, but I didn't. See, so, but I still made money. That's the thing. So as long as you still make money, you can always make more. But it's about the habits you develop as investors. So if you get into the habit of chasing pumps, I could have done this, I could have done that, I should have got into this, should have got into that, you're going to lose out majority of the time because you're going to make rash decisions. And when it comes to selling, you're going to always want more. So as long as, I say have a realistic goal in mind. Don't be one of those guys that like come into the streams or come into, oh, what's the next 100x? Bro, we're in the middle of a bull run. What 100x are you going to get? Unless you go and find some 200-300k Solana coin, some top level AI agent that's just come out, no one's heard of. You got into it, yes, they can do 100x. However, the likely chances of you doing that is like 1%. But when you come in, you're looking for like safe utility coins. Don't go, lower your expectation to 10 to 15 to 20x. That way, you're not going to be one of the bag holders in the next cycle, saying, I wish I took profits. And then in the next cycle, all you're going to want is a 10x. That's what happens to a lot of people. They get fucked. They come in, all I want is a 10 to 15x. And then those guys make money in the second cycle because they lower their expectations. People come in the first cycle wanting to hear stories. Some guy made fucking 3 million of $20-$30. Like, they don't realize those guys are insiders. Those are insider fuckers. Or they just got very, very lucky. They just see a meme coin, they're like, put $30 into it, forget about it, and it goes on to do millions of X, hundreds of X's, thousands of X's. But in reality, that's I say, you have a better chance of hitting the lottery than getting one of those. So yeah, but just have a goal in mind. Once you hit it, get out of the market. Node AI is not too bad, bro, but he's kind of already ran too much, sitting at like $9 million, $10 million in market cap. I would not invest into it. But anyways, guys, I think we can call it a day here. Yeah, let's call it a day here. Elon Musk showed based AI and Pepe coin. I don't think it did, bro. I don't think Elon Musk showed Pepe coin and based AI, because if that happened, then based AI will be sitting at $10 right now. So I don't think that's the case, bro. Anyways, guys, have a lovely day. I know I missed a lot of your comments. However, there's thousands of comments, but hundreds of comments. I literally cannot get through most of them. So I'm sorry if I missed your comments, but I'll be back live again. I'll be back live again soon. Yo, Greek, that's funny. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the Discord, bro. Good to see you sings as well, bro. But yeah, guys. SKR on CoinMarketCap tells. Oh, is it CoinMarketCap? Perfect. Thank you very much for that, bro. Yeah, CoinMarketCap is where you want to check then. This is the real market cap, because sometimes CoinMarketCap gets it right because they follow on-chain data, and the on-chain for this is approximately 4.6 million, which is fairly low, to be fair, very low. And the volume is not bad as well. That's pretty good volume. And the TVR is growing as well. TVR is growing. But anyways, guys, hit the likes on your way out. I appreciate every single one of you coming down. I will be dropping a video tomorrow, maybe, I don't know, top 5 AI agent coins or some shit. I may release a new coin as well, maybe in the video. But yeah, hit a like on your way out. Appreciate you guys for coming down. I'll see you guys very soon. Austin, I'll add Mavi at these prices, bro.